to you. Every truth we face it clear.
Anyway, yo, welcome to the Growth Unscripted podcast. I'm here with somebody who's actually going to shake up the industry coming soon, which we're going to dive into. We're going to dive into it. I just want to, without further ado, introduce my boy Jungle. Welcome, bro.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Likewise. I said likewise. Likewise.
Right.
How you feeling today?
Pretty good. Days went by pretty quick, but I'm glad I'm here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, I appreciate you for coming by, bro.
Yeah.
Especially on a late notice.
Sure.
That's what I appreciate you.
How are things? How are things over there?
Everything's been good. A little hectic today, but I mean, kept the dice rolling.
Right.
Kept moving. So we here though. That's what matters.
For sure.
For those who actually don't know you though, can you actually introduce yourself and who you are?
Sure. Yeah. Jungle. I was in movement in the beginning, so some people may know me over the years for fitness, but then becoming a father, I've tweaked my whole career path into making sure that parents were educated, into making sure that they're doing the necessary steps to be regulated so they can make sure their kids are growing up to be rising stars. So I'm all about education. I'm all about estate planning and just making sure as a father to make sure other fathers are equipped into handling the nuances that comes with that.
I love that.
Yep.
So, let's actually dive into it then.
Okay.
So, what made you want to even make that pivot? Pretty much to be on the path that what you're doing right now.
Yeah, so I've been considered the dad doula, and that's because I was fortunate enough to be with my daughter's mother at our house at the birth. So I assisted in delivering Nova. It was 19 hours, just me and her. We had a couple people come. 2 people, one person came in the beginning to do the massage, and then we had a good friend at the end come for moral support. But after seeing Nova come out of the portal, and I was first one to get her measurements, first one to get her vitals and everything like that. So from that moment, I always knew I wanted to, assist in delivering and bringing her into the world. But like after getting her measurements and getting her vitals, it was like, it seemed like that was already like the bucket list check, but then it became like, I need to continue to do even more. I need to understand trust. I need to understand education a little bit more. I was already into brain development because I injured my spine. So I had to rehab my own spine to learn about the brain, and that's kind of like delivering Nova. It's a few little things that happen in my life that kind of segue me into this without me actually knowing. Because you got to remember, when I had my spinal injury, that was before Nova. And I had to learn about the brain. I had to learn about babies. I had to learn about neuroscience just to rehab my own self within the 2 years before, Nova came into the picture. And I'm like, okay, well, I already know about the brain. Let's just put it into practice now with my own daughter. So she became my little mini project.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody else turning your kid into a project, like what? Like, no, it's not like that.
No, it's not like that.
It's a very, very, there's a reason behind my madness, okay?
Sure. Yep.
It's for prolong. I think long game here. Long game.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, when she was being born though, like what was going through your mind though? Like what was going through your head?
I talk about one key moment. It's a couple, but like in order to be able to successfully deliver your offspring, you have to be in the books. You have to understand like at what point does she need to push? At what point, like when you check her, what are the guidelines before you can put her back into the water? The for lack of better words. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of the things that I talk about is I sent a group text to my best friends, and I'm like, hey, I think it's about to happen. I already been prepping them a while ago. Certain people, because you don't want that energy, but nonetheless, I'm texting. I'm like, hey, I think it's time. Send me all the good vibes. Then I go into the bathroom, and I'm like, eye to eye. I'm like staring at myself in the mirror. all my ancestors. I need y'all to host me. I need all my doctors. I need all my midwives. I need all my doulas because I needed to deliver my daughter. So after that came out, I checked her. She was ready to push again. I put her back into the tub. We had beautiful chorus playing. We had the red light therapy. And then, yeah, from then it's just me and her. We having our conversation. I'm helping her through it. We've been doing breathing exercises leading up into it, prepping her for these moments. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy. So that was, yeah.
I really set the environment right.
Yeah.
I really set the scenery.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. Okay. So let's take a couple steps back now. So let's back up a little bit.
Yep.
So I want everybody to get a chance to get to know who Jungle is.
Sure.
Okay. So were you born and raised in Virginia?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. What part?
I was in Henrico, and like I'm the youngest, so I had older brothers. My mom moved me from Henrico to Mechanicsville for her own dispositions around my older brothers and, neighborhoods and things like that. So she thought that me going to a different type of school demographic would yield better results academically and also friend circles. But yeah, grew up in Richmond. I went to school at Ole Miss. I ran track there, injured myself, came home, went right to work. Work meaning like, what's it called? When you're a picker and you go and you pick up cases, 2 liters, and you got the gun and you scan it, boop, and you...
Sound like you're describing Amazon to me.
Yeah. I'm sure it's the same thing. So, left there, Amazon.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got into my forklift accident, working at this job. And I got hit with a forklift.
Is that when the spine part comes in?
That's when the spine part comes in.
Okay.
I think this was 11 years ago, so 2015. 2015 I got hit with a forklift, in a forklift. Long story short, seen a spine specialist. Spine specialist gave me the runaround. I told him I could heal myself. That was the last time I talked to him. And then 2 years from that moment, 2 years, I've just been like researching, getting certified in certain things. And throughout that course, that's how I was able to rehab my spine. I had sciatica. I used to drop. I couldn't lay on my stomach, couldn't lay on my back. I had to sleep in a hammock for 2 years.
So what? So when the doctor first looked at you, or the specialist looked at you, he considered that you was never going to be able to walk again, or be able to be fully functioning?
Well, he was saying that he think I got it from birth, so he already lied. You know what I mean? So
got you.
It has to make sense and it has to work. If it don't make sense, then I'm not going for the other one because it just don't make any sense. So if you're telling me that I got it at birth and I know I didn't, then everything that you're saying is based off of faulty foundation. So I'm like, I always was under the impression that people could heal themselves. I just had to put it to the test. And that kind of was the start of a lot,
Okay, so tell me like one of the things then it started when you went down that path, right? And we're learning that I can heal myself from this injury.
Yeah.
So what did that spiral into? Like just give a couple examples.
You mean like what was the outcome of it, or?
Yeah, so the outcome of it, and if it also, I guess, start leading you down a path of researching more things of what else you can do, stuff like that.
Sure, yeah. For me personally, as I was going down that path, because in 11 years ago, I was, I guess, 21. Yeah, I mean, at 21, I'm like, I was supposed to be a D1 athlete, and I'm coming home, and I'm hurt. So, like, my mindset at that time was just like, there's no way I can be this type of athlete and be crippled. Like, it just, like, my mind and my body, it just wasn't on the same page. So, like, when I'm going through this gauntlet, as you would call it, and I'm learning about the brain and I'm learning about how babies are developing, a lot of it, I only spiraled into like things that started working because I got certified in something called original strength. That's when I got into neuroscience and into like I'm on the floor doing head nods and rolling around like a baby because their philosophy is that like because we became these two walking individuals, two-leg walking individuals. Before that, though, we were on all fours. Before that, we had a huge head. So in moving the head, we articulated and we activated our core and our neck, and then we got tummy time, and then we're rolling, and then we're finally propping up and developing our spinal column, and then we're walk. You know what I mean? Like, we're developing all of these multifacets to develop who you are. So I had to redo that to rehab myself. And so, like, I still deal with it today. Like, I still hang upside down. I have a trapeze. I hang upside down. It's a lifetime thing for me. But my mindset surrounded it. I still run 30 miles. I still do backflips. I still do Spartans. I still bike. I still throw my daughter in the air. Like, my whole thing is, no matter what, you can be an athlete and be injured, and you can still be fruitful in what you're trying to do. So, like, I'm spiraling down all this information because, like, in the past, I've always been anti. So, like, information like this wasn't, like, new for me, because I was always the best friend that was like, those ain't clouds. Like, I was always the best friend that's just like,
You question everything. So you like, even though somebody may tell you something, that doesn't mean you take it fully for face value until you actually done your own research to get your own observing. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. So, I mean, really at that time, it's just, I'm just a nerd. I didn't really have I didn't know that was going to lead. I didn't know my own triumph was going to lead to education. It was just like, I had to heal myself, because I wasn't no athlete no more. I came back home, didn't just picking up cases, using my athletic physique to get the job done. But, like, what is that? I don't know. So, like, I'm just going through those motions throughout the course of, until I just said, forget it.
Okay. So I like that, though. I really like and appreciate that, instead of you taking, like, for face value what somebody has told you, right? You decided to take your own terms and take your own time to actually research the things that that's going to help lead you in the correct path you wanted to. And plus, it seems like to me you don't take no for an answer.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Like, you was like, nah, I'm gonna exhaust every single resource I possibly can first before I can just say I give up.
For sure. Yeah.
I feel you on that. So fast forward a little bit more. So how long have you been an entrepreneur?
Since after that spinal injury. And because I attempted to sue the company. And in order to sue the company, you got to quit the job. So I quit the job. He worked for the union. Big bank, take a little bank. Right. So now I don't have a job. Then I immediately got on at Coca-Cola. And that was my job. And then after a while, I was just like, man, I can't do this no more. It was just one day, like, cause
so tell me, so carry us through, like, the experience of like, what was you going through the Coca-Cola kind of like led you to that?
Yeah, dealing with a spinal injury with no money other than the money that you're physically doing labor to get. Right. So, like, I had a spinal injury that ain't been looked at, but I gotta work because I gotta get paid. So, like, I'm physically like popping pills because of my lower back, but I'm still meeting quote. I'm still getting paid. I'm like, but it gets to a point, like I said, I was getting sciatica, so, like, I'll walk and just drop down to a knee. But I nah, like, I do backflips, like I get busy. Like, it ain't no way I'ma be crippled. And so I'm like, if I keep doing this, I may agitate it even more. So while I'm in work every day, man, I wish I had, like, people that could vouch for me. And this one guy named Tevin, I don't know where he at, bro. Tevin, you ever see this, man? I've been looking for you for like 7 years. But nonetheless, he was a dude that I would always get overtime with. So he'd be like, yo, we trying to get 100 hours. He was just my homie, and we used to just get those hours. But yeah, it got to a point where I was saving money. But every time in the break room, I would have all my ACE books, because I was certified. I was getting certified to be a fitness instructor. So I was like, man, if I can't go pro, if I can't do this, then I'm gonna try to help somebody do the same thing. So yeah, every break room, I just got water, and I'm just opening up. because I got a test to take. Like, I told Tavin, I was like, the moment I passed this test, out of here. I failed 3 times. 3 times.
That man came in with all the conviction in the world.
I failed 3
It
times.
failed
man.
3 times.
Oh man, I failed 3 times, bro, and it costs every time. I'm like, Tevin, when I'm out, failed. I'm like, but the thing is, he was trying to do something. He was trying to do real estate, and he was failing too. I was like, bro, it don't matter. It just take one. So like, yeah. So once I got certified, I don't remember how it happened, but I was already like over it. Like I'm the type of person where like you don't have to tell me what to do because I know how to do the job. So I'm gonna do the job. So if that means like I need to take a break at a different time than the average person, I mean like I understand the rules, but like I'm working right now. So like I'm gonna always meet quota. You always gonna see me top 3 picker, da 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 da. But I just don't gravitate towards like always being told what to do when the job is already getting done.
Right.
You can tell me what to do, or if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. But if you look at my charts, so it's just, I was like, I'm out. It's gone. Just in the middle of it. It was like, I heard something I didn't want to hear. Like, it was like the last time I was like, so I'm out. And then I applied and got my first job as a fitness instructor at a place called X Team. So it's in Scott's Edition. And I was rocking with him. And I mean, I wasn't getting paid a lot, but I was at least
It was better than Coca-Cola?
Yeah, so I was training, and I just felt like that was like a passion of mine, training. And that was like my new direction. And I was like leading up into Nova. It was 2016. Nova didn't get born until 2021. So like within the 5 years, that's what it's been, fitness. And then Nova got born in 2021. I switched it up, and now it's education. So like I went from X Team to like I was all over in Richmond when it came to like fitness, helping people for American Ninja Warrior, Spartan racing.
Ooh.
You know, because that's something I really wanted to do growing up. But I was
be on Ninja Warrior?
Yeah. That was like one of my like undercover things. But I actually applied and I didn't get in. And I realized a bunch of things though. But I realized like certain organizations need to run with particular stories to be able to feed
sell to their fan base.
Right. Yeah. And like there's certain things that I don't necessarily mind going into now. But back then I was a little more private when it comes to like my interpersonal relationships with people or like my family, you know, so like it was just a lot of things that I didn't want to go into that they possibly would have accepted me if I would have went down in that typical type of direction. But Megaformers, American Ninja Warrior, track, like kids, like the whole thing, I was just in fitness. And I was just like, I was gonna at least, I thought the avenue was fitness. I'm about to have Nova. Let's build a fitness catalog where I can homeschool Nova and have the fitness running on loop. And
have that like get residual, kind of like making money for you while you have put a lot of effort in. I got you.
So I have it on. So what I did was the way that I rehab myself, I made it a YouTube channel, and then I offered the YouTube channel as part of a subscription. So it's just like, hey, if you got low back pain, or if you just got low back discomfort, come to somebody who has a whole spinal injury and healed himself. Just use what I use. This is how I call it, a reset. So I had Jungle Reset. Yeah. So anyway, Jungle Reset. So everything I changed my name legally to Jungle for my brand. So everything in the jungle is natural. That was my whole aura. It still is. It's like nature, natural. I don't lift weights. Like all of that is embedded in the jungle. So that's how I got the name. But yeah, I mean, it's all full circle. So fitness was 5-6 years leading up into 2021. The moment she came out, fitness was over. Like it was just like, I was like, oh, I need to get, what's her chakras at right now? You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's in her root chakra. Her reptilian brain is active right now. She's not going to get to this part of her brain until this age. She's not going to get to this part of her brain until 5 years old. So I'm like, all right, bet. From 0 to 1, what am I working with? Oh, nature, communication, sign language. 1 to 2, I'm writing her letters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very much that type of parent. I got confessionals. I got developmental milestones. Like from the moment she came out, I've been tracking her all the way up because I knew at some point I would have to, for lack of better words, present something like this into a court setting. It's like depending on
Just keep things documented.
Yeah. For lack of better words.
I respect that.
Yeah.
That's understandable too. 'Cause I mean, you can never really be not too prepared.
For sure.
Just in case, unforeseen circumstances.
Right.
I definitely needed you early last year on my back because I had I was playing I was in front of my computer desk or whatever, right? Had like an older gaming chair or whatever. Didn't really have much back support.
Yeah.
And tell me why. So this is when I was sleeping on my mom's couch back then.
Sure.
And so I woke up one day and I just stood, I woke up and leaned up in the chair and I felt like a sharp pain in my lower back out of nowhere. It wasn't extremely bad, but it was bothersome,
Sure,
right?
Yeah.
And so for the next day or two, right, when I was driving in the car or whatever, it just felt uncomfortable.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, the third day when I was at home, I was sitting in my gaming chair, working on some stuff on my computer, and I sneezed. Bro, when I sneezed,
Oh man,
it felt like somebody took a whole knife and just jabbed it right into my back. I had to, so my thing had a latch, right? To where you can make it flatten out. I had to hurry up and do that immediately. When I did it, it eased up the pain.
Yeah.
But now it's okay, I gotta get to the chair. I get to the couch.
Right.
Oh my God, it was a fight for dear life just to make it to the couch. And then when I was able to just stand up, my legs felt so weak. It felt so weak. It felt like I was about 75 to 85 years old, bro.
It'll do that.
It was bad. And I thought it was a slip disc or something.
Wow.
So first I was gonna go to the chiropractor, but when I went there, he told me first go to the orthopedic or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And I went there, so they took X-rays and everything. So it wasn't no slip disc or anything. So that means that there must be a pinched nerve or sciatic nerve. So went to chiropractor after that for the next couple of weeks, and it started being better.
Got it.
But oh my
just
God,
that initial.
Bro.
Yeah, you get to realize how fragile you actually are.
Facts. Off a sneeze, a sneeze was gonna take me out though. It wasn't even an accident. It was a sneeze. I sneezed and it almost took my whole life out. I'm yo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was some crazy shit. I didn't even know that, like you said, I didn't know that doing something like that happening could make us so fragile to where it causes
right, nerves.
Yeah, something that they've happened. Even with driving, when I try to turn, bruh, it was.
I'm glad you better.
I'm just so glad it's over with. I'm so happy it's over with. I just can't do it. I can't.
I get it.
So, you have something that nobody has ever made before. Am I correct?
Yes, according to the patent.
According to the patent.
Patent pending, yes.
And what is the name of this thing you have created?
It's Touchdown Academy.
Touchdown Academy.
Football style board game, helps kids get better academically, socially and emotionally. And we do it by getting kids to score touchdowns and add a little bit of flavor with the penalty cards. Mind-body connection, a little physicality. So it may get you balance something on your head, like a book while you answer the question, or I might have you bear crawl for 60 seconds after you went back 20 yards. Yeah, that's Touchdown Academy. It's here now. Pre-orders are available. But yeah, it's funny though, because I wouldn't even consider this my
pride and joy.
Yeah, and I say that because everything that I've been doing has been off the strength of my daughter. And because she's not 6 yet, it's I created that for her to get into. But because she's 4, she's in a different one of my systems. So I have more passion behind what she's currently in, because I'm she's the brand for that. I'm like, yeah, you see, she's answering these questions. She's developmentally ready and where she's supposed to be. She's considered gifted and da 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 da. These are the YouTube videos. She's doing 3-letter words. She's doing advanced sounds. She knows math. Da 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 da. And I love that. When we get to the board game, it's like I gotta put that on the back burner and be like, hey, this is the mission. We're gonna do. We gonna sell some board games.
Right.
Da 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 da. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love them both. You know, I love them both.
Okay.
I have more of a heart to what Nova's currently in right now. It's not until she jumps and gets right into the board game where I'm like, oh yeah, we all in with the board game now.
Did you for the board game Touchdown Academy? You actually show everybody the box,
Yep.
so that way they can see how it looks.
Sure. We'll go here. Bing, bada, boom.
You can show your camera right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So we got Touchdown Academy here. You see my daughter. She's at the top with the pom-poms. I'm underneath number 4 from high school. My best friend is on both sides. We call them Uncle Emmett and Uncle John. They have helped give me some insight on how I can make this game even better over time. So, yeah, we got 100 cards per subject. So you got 5 subjects. I even added a subject that's not in school, which is social and emotional development. We found out that social and emotional development is the biggest inhibitor when it comes to building relationships and also having executive functioning children. So my goal is to bridge the gap by gamifying learning using football, which is America's favorite sport, ages 6 and up.
The cover's hard, by the way. It's tough. I'm loving the cover.
Yeah, got everything you need in it to be successful. And once again, you can use the cards outside of the game. There's just so much that you can do with the product.
And if somebody wants to get into it, didn't you say that there's pre-orders coming in right now?
Yes. So we're doing this thing where we're doing the first 100 families. They're going to get something special for pre-order in the game. This allows for us to get the bulk orders before summertime so we can get it for after school programs and summer camp programs. The goal is to get 100 families. We need about 60 remaining. So yeah, just top of the year.
Okay, nice. And so I know you said you're working on other things with your daughter.
Sure.
Right? So I'm pretty sure this night is going to be just a one and done thing. You're going to have even more stuff coming up in the pipeline.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So what is like your goal what's like your goal in the next 3 to 5 years? Where is it that you see yourself at, and what is the journey along the way you feel like it's going to end up happening for you?
Sure. Contracts. So it's the name of the game. Just getting contracts. So solidifying between 10 and 50 contracts where I have a license and is there. So Touchdown Academy, like I said, off camera, Touchdown Academy is a trademark, and the board game is one of the products under the trademark. So we have multiple product lines. So you have one license for one site per site, and then they buy the product lines depending on their needs for their community or the needs for the kids that they have in there. So within the 3 years, my goals are to be successfully integrated within YMCA's, kinder care centers, any child development learning center. It can even go all the way up into dementia and Alzheimer's, because I'm passionate about that too as well. But yeah, solidifying contracts, being able to do parent engagement meetings, whether that's virtually or whether that's at a site. So we help parents become better parents by teaching them emotional regulation skills. So we have something called the huddle. We're in a huddle right now, essentially. So the huddle is we teach us how to lead without losing our minds. How do we parent without losing our minds? So what are the plays? Because this is football. What are the plays that we can run on our kids? Because I'm a coach. My kid should be the player. It's a different type of relationship when you look at your family as a team and a unit versus the adult and the child. So the plays get parents to in the moment be like, okay, little Johnny is acting up at Whole Foods aisle 5. I'm not gonna yell at him and cause a scene in that moment. I'm gonna drop down to eye level so the child sees that we're on the same playing field. I don't want to overshadow him or be overbearing over him while I'm giving out some type of instruction, because kids don't like that. I mean, if I was to stand back behind you and look over your shoulder, you wouldn't really like that either. It's like, hold on, bro, like, talk to me, like,
yeah, like what you doing right now?
right. So like being able to, like, okay, a kid kirks out, you start to feel away. So we need to check that part first, because what happens here before it gets there is that's the gap. So it's like, I told you to put your shoes on. We're gonna be late. Da 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 da. You're emotionally too involved. You could have just said shoes, and then the kid gonna be like, shoes. Okay, daddy wants me to go get my shoes. Critically think. Now you're taking your emotions out of it, and you helping your kid critically think to get the same result. It's just like, what are the cues? Kids always want to be in control. Put them in control for 5 minutes. Set it. Hey, Johnny, you leave for 5 minutes. I see you want to take control, and then allow for that to be the synergy that builds better connection. It's like, oh, okay, you want the blue one or the red one? One of them gonna get picked anyway. You gonna get your blue coat on today, Johnny. Don't give them no options. No, we like options, even if even if we don't think that we're being manipulated for the options. It's like, red coat, blue coat. Took the blue one. Okay. You want waffles or pancakes? Okay. You're giving them options, and that allows for you to be more engaging with your kids. And that's what we do.
Okay, I love that. So I actually questioned in on that, especially on parenting. So why you think that a lot of, or at least quite a few different parents don't really even know how to effectively communicate with their kids? Because I can even tell you, even off rip, that there's been plenty of parents I've seen, some I know personally, and instead of them, trying to have a conversation with their child, they instead yell at them,
Right.
And they also just honestly just trying to give them an ultimatum.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. And they're coming from a place to like instill fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of trying to instill love, compassion, understanding.
Sure. This is multi-layered.
That's fine.
We can go generational things where, you are only as good as the generation that came before you, when it comes to analyzing who you are as a person, analyzing how your parents were. Because, we like to say, like, who raised him, or like, who raised you? So it's like, who did raise you? So like, based on how you was raised, it's going to dictate the good parts about your upbringing, the bad parts. What parts do you want to hold on to? What parts you don't want to hold on to? My mom whooped me. Do I want to whoop Nova? Probably not. But there's certain people who got whooped that feel like whoopings ain't that bad. So it's like, it's so many different things that people can cling on to validate why they is or why they are not a particular type of way. The world is just like so daunting on parents and individuals in general, but it's like, parents are always second guessing themselves, second guessing their ability to be a parent, second guessing their child's ability to communicate. Like, is he struggling? Is he behind? Is he autistic? Is he ADHD? Because like, the world is just throwing out so much information. So like, everything comes back to self, and like how I consider myself the anomaly only because I don't go to Facebook posts to ask questions about child development. I went and did the research and brought it back to the pack. So I understand intentionality. I understand like patience, because I had to do that own shadow work in myself. Like when I got a spinal injury, I had to do my own shadow work. When I got into a felony case, beat that without a lawyer, inner work. Like being able to just deliver Nova, inner work, being able to officiate my best friend's wedding. Like, I do a lot of things that require a lot of like intention. So it's the same rules apply when I have a daughter. What's the biggest thing that kids can't do when they come out the womb is communicate with you. So let's learn sign language. Like, I'm just like, oh, what? And I like, parents are so, I switched my whole career for this. Some like, good job, whatever the case is, some people ain't quitting nothing for that. Because for the most part, you're paying to put your kid in daycare. daycare costs thousands of dollars. I've been trying to like kind of do the math on that. Like, what's the difference between a 2-parent household living off one income and one parent can successfully homeschool the child? But if you got 2 kids, you're paying like $3,000. It's a damn mortgage. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you, it's so tricky too, because because I know so many people, and that like I'm a very observant, so I get to see different, like how things have progressed for different people over a span of time. And it's just like, I think what separates me from some of these experiences is just like, I'm just a nerd, and I would sacrifice everything for the greater good of my daughter's intellect, because I don't believe in public school. So if I don't believe in public school, there's a lot of people who don't, but still get like their job or their lifestyle or their commitments allow for them to still have to go to public school. I'm like, I don't care what any of those were. I'm going to flip my whole lifestyle so I could do that. And I think that's the difference.
I like that. I agree with you though, especially as well from the childhood. I mean, the kids, having to go to public schools and stuff like that. Because honestly, period, I'm a firm believer that school, especially what they teach nowadays, is not, most of it's not really relevant to what today's society, what they want from us.
Right.
Honestly.
Let me say this one thing.
Yeah.
There are people in public school that have amazing kids. So like, I always want to make that disclaimer. And there's plenty of kids that are homeschooled that are terrible. There's plenty of parents who, when their kids come home from school, they still instill morals, beliefs, principles. They're circumnavigating the space that they're in. Kudos. Like, I know that's hard. And then once again, you got the people who homeschool that aren't even with their kids. Put them on a tablet. The tablet is teaching them. They're just overseeing it. So like,
there's no real learning.
I don't like
being instilled there.
I don't like homeschooling being the trend of just like, because there are stats that say homeschooling kids are more intellectual. They process information a little bit differently. They're not bullied as much. However, there's still good and bad depending on who the parent is. If the parent's not intentional, you might as well put Johnny in public school.
No, I agree with you, because my brother, he gets homeschooled, but they just throw a laptop in his face and tell him to get on for class.
Sure. And
that's it. Like, it's really no actual learning. He's learning out of a kid, at least learning at a school around 8 hours in a day, compared to he's only learning for like an hour or 2.
All right.
And like, there is literally no, like, don't get me wrong, it's not like he don't have a lot of intellect, because he actually does know how to work things. Like, he knows how to work an iPad very well. He knows how to download stuff in the jailbreaking way and all that stuff. So like, he knows some things now.
Right.
But compared to how, like, when I was growing up in school and stuff, he's not at least getting not even a subtle small slice of that type of experience.
Right.
Even if he at least teach him something, at least let him go to school to teach, but they refuse to let him go to school. So like, and they make every excuse in the book why he can't go to school. But it's just that nobody there is really thinking long term. Right. Yeah. And I think that deals with a lot of parents. A lot of parents who do those type of things, they're not really thinking long term. They only caring about, okay, you know what, they're getting what they need to get done. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do and care about my business. And it's a constant repeating cycle to where you're going to create something to where, not saying that kid or person that kid's not going to be able to still progress, but that may take them a little bit longer though. Right. Because they're not being instilled with the right things what they need to be doing.
To add to that, this is why I get so confused. I understand this concept, but I get confused later down the line when they say, like, you know, when you become a parent, everybody figuring it out. And I get that.
Right. I agree.
All right. When you have a child, they kind of say the same thing, like, "Ooh, we just all figuring it out. We got kids, we just figuring it out." But when it comes to like them academically and like parts of their brain, there's just milestones, regardless of which state or country that you're in, that they at least hope that a kid gets to. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in Italy, it doesn't matter if you're in Nigeria or Virginia. At 2 and 3, they should at least be walking. You know what I mean? Like, there's like general things that kids should be pushing towards, regardless if they're homeschool, unschool, reschool, all the other schools that they got. And I just think like parents aren't like really diving deep into that, because if from what I've seen, it's like, I'm still winging it. I'm just winging it.
Yeah, but how long you keep using that as an excuse? Like, you want to keep winging it, saying they're winging it until all the way to become like 25 years old, still don't know how to wipe their ass, still don't know how to like, you know, understand verbal cues, all that.
Right.
Like, how long are you gonna keep using I'm winging it as an excuse though?
Right. I mean, that'd be my point. That's where I be getting so frustrated. Now I'm about to, I ain't even talking about this, but now I'm about to screenshot everybody's posts that I be seeing and just do videos and just put them up like, in another one. This is why you need to do this, and this is why you need to do that. It's like, I don't know, I get frustrated easily, and I think it's because I care so much.
But yeah, but it's not that. But the thing is, I get where you're coming from. I get the same way, because it's like we don't get frustrated just because off of anything. It's off something that's very stupid, or at least that like this person is refusing to grow or wanting to learn, not even just for themselves, but just for the kids, especially the kids, because you're refusing to grow to help your kids be in a better position.
Right.
Because some of them are more fixated on their own needs and wants, which, yeah, I get it. We're humans. But you got to have a balance, or you got to focus on one thing in order for you to get the other.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially if you decided that homeschooling is an avenue you want to take. And I understand certain people like homeschool from something that's happened, where a kid gets bullied, they snatch them out and they're like, oh, we want to homeschool. So you're starting from ground zero from the moment that you pull them out. Everybody needs a plan. Like, we've been told this growing up, you need a plan. So to just snatch your kid out of school, you don't know nothing about math, science, history, geography. How are you going to, right? Because I have my dispositions on public schools. Like, I have the ways that I want to upbring Nova when she gets to a certain age. This is, okay, let's entertain possibly a private school. But like, before she turns 7, she needs to have her non-negotiables down. It's like, as a father or as a parent, there's just certain things that need to happen for me to feel comfortable with putting her in a space like a school in front of a bunch of people. We talking about bullies. All right, she needs to do jujitsu. She needs to learn boxing. She needs to learn how to swim.
I said the same thing for my daughter.
You know what I mean?
So I said the same thing for my daughter too, that I wanted her to learn self-defense, but also, of course, read more books and everything that they're not going to let her read in school.
Right.
So that way she can spend her knowledge on, so that way at least she's gaining more information from the real world.
Right, yeah.
So that way when she does go to school, she at least know how to handle certain situations. That's
exactly what I was talking about, just parents being able to circumnavigate their life that they're in, and then also the children's lives. Because obviously, I forgot who said this, but all right, so essentially we got values within our house. Mm-hmm. But who else has these same values outside of our house? So if the noise outside is way louder than the noise inside, then outside will most likely win. So outside meaning the school system, outside meaning influences, So when the child comes home, if we're not like, look in the mirror, tell yourself you love yourself, tell yourself, who are you? You know why you came back. Your name's Nova, you're a star. Celeste, that's your middle name. Like, know yourself. If somebody bullying you, let's role play scenarios. Oh, if I bump you, I notice you get scared sometimes when you're on at the playground with all the kids. You know, let's practice, because like, kids not going to develop skills unless they either see it and then they try to absorb it and then project it. Because they do that in daycare. They're like, oh, Timmy over here crying his eyes out. I don't really cry like that, but I'm gonna try that on Daddy when I get home and see if he react like this teacher did and gave him what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like, And that goes in so many different other ways. Like, we get influenced by people all the time. Kids get influenced by everybody. And so it's just like understanding how much of that influence you can and you can't control, and just accepting that.
Yeah, but it's like, when are we just going to stop letting all the noise around us dictate us and dictate our decisions as a society,
Right.
and especially as parents,
Right. Yeah.
Cause that's a conversation anyway, and topic that goes for not only just parents, but just for people in general. Whether you're trying to be a better person,
Right.
whether you're just trying to grow, whether you're trying to get into a relationship or not.
Yeah.
Like, these are just things that decisions and obstructions of everything that's blinding us, right, to what we really should be focusing on as a people, and as for each other, for our own worth, our own time, right?
Yeah.
And so we need to actually sit down and actually take the initiative.
Right.
But I believe the only way that we're going to even start seeing something like that, just because of how society works now, is that it has to become a trend. How can you make it trendy? How can you make it popular? Right? Like, you doing stuff for the kids, right? For the touchdown game. Like, I think it's awesome. So I can't wait to see it, like, be more worldwide.
Yeah, for sure.
And people getting it, people testing it out, taking it out and stuff, especially you get the right marketing and everything behind it.
Yeah.
And then, even, I'm not sure if you ever thought about it or going to eventually, but even probably doing something for parents, or at least for adults in general, that is in a similar field in a way, to where it kind of helps teach them now to learn more how to think.
Oh yeah.
Think deeply, right?
Yeah, we're there.
So, like, that's just how, at least that's my point of view.
No,
how I feel about it.
Oh, it's a great point of view. Socialization is like, when I talk about pain points, socialization is one of the things that parents are like really adamant on. It's like, one is the nuance, is the stereotype that kids who homeschool don't have social skills, or or they struggle in the social and developmental aspect. When you have, so I like to talk to parents and give them the thought process of, like, you as a parent and how you interact with people and your friend circles. Like, when you grew up, do you have friends from daycare? Probably not. You may have a couple that you grew up with, middle school, high school. Then now you got other friends. So now you got friend circles and friend circles. You probably don't interact all of your friends together. Like, this friend is good for this friend, and I got my groups of friends for certain
I have
things.
my business friends, and I have my friends I goof around with.
Right. So then you also have conversations with people either that you know or you don't know. Let's just say you don't know them, and you have a conversation with them. You know right away if they're going to be intellectually stimulating for you or not. So it's like, he's just a surface level guy. He just kind of can talk. But then you have people where you have real conversations. You're like, oh, I rock with you. Same thing with our kids. But first, in order for that to even happen, we need to be able to have a dialogue. We need to dialogue, meaning create sentences. So kids that are 2 and 3, they're not creating sentences in the way where we can bounce back and forth.
Correct.
So, like, the idea that a kid needs to be, like, socially equipped at that age is a fallacy, only because who are they going to bounce conversations off of? Another 2-year-old who can barely say cat? You know what I'm saying? So, like, how do you build social cues? You do it from the parents. The parents build the cues for the kids to present it to the peers. So, like, how did a kid learn how to say hi? Because you did.
Yeah.
Like, so when you have little Johnny and you walking down, so, like, I'll do this even with Nova. And we see a police. But, like, Nova, you want to talk to him? So, like, I give you 4 quarters. So, like, all right, just go over there, just build some skills. Oh, you want to go inside that fire truck? How else we going to get in there? You got to talk. I'll help you. These are some things that you can say. And I'm building her vocabulary. Because these are the same things. I'm shy. This is what you can say. No, let's say, hey, can you be my friend at the playground today? Go try it. And it works. It builds it in her mind. So, like, now when she's talking to people, she's like, hey, can you be my friend? It's like, oh, what's your favorite color? Ask her her favorite color. Like, building her vocabulary. But if kids don't have it, she can say, hey, my name is Nova. What's your name? What can she do with that? Nothing.
Bye.
So now we got something called is parallel play. Believe is when you can play with kids and not interact with them.
Parallel play.
Yeah, there's five stages of play. And it's like parallel play is one of the plays that they describe when a kid can be around someone. They can still interact, but they don't physically interact. They interact with what the task is, but they don't physically interact with each other. And it's not until they become 4 or 5, 5, 6, so it's called cooperative play. And that's when they start collaborating with one another.
Like sharing toys or stuff like that.
Or no, you can still share toys and not talk. But once you get to a certain age, then they're expecting the kid to share toys and talk at the same time.
Okay.
And be able to like regulate their emotions, because somebody can talk to you and we can have conversations. But what happens if I disagree with you? As an adult, I can regulate my emotions. But if I'm a little 4-year-old, we can't do nothing with that either. Like I can have a conversation with you, but now you're on the floor. So I need you to be emotionally ready to a degree, and I need you to have words for us to build social development. And it's just like kids need to go to daycare at 2 because they need to be social. They're not being social. They're just around a bunch of other kids.
Yeah, I mean, they may have a guess on what to say or at least what to do, but even then, they're still not going to react right away. That was going to take time.
Right.
So, could you, for everybody out there, could you actually, if you can't explain it all, could you at least just give us the five pillars?
Matter of fact, don't get me lying. Let's see. 5 phases of play. I did a video of this.
Oh, you done a video on it before?
Yeah, because I had the person who created it. Yep. So I want to know who the professor is, but you got the 5 levels. So you got unoccupied play, which is from 0 to 3 months. That's random movements and observations of surroundings. Then you got solitary play from birth to 2 years. That's independent play. Child is engrossed in their own activity, unaware or uninterested in others. 3 is onlooker. That's around 2 years. The child watches others play, perhaps talking to them, but does not join in. Then you got parallel play. It's around 3 years old. Children play side by side, frequently with similar toys, observing each other, but not interacting or working towards a common goal together. And then you got associative play, which is around 4 or 5. Children begin to interact, share materials, and talk, but without a shared organized goal or formal rules.
Wow.
Yeah. So just like understanding those things like that mixed with, what part of the brain is being activated at what age? Because in the early stages, you just gotta I just try to think about a kid. Like, first of all, adults always love to grab and pick up kids. Imagine just being a 2-year-old and have a giant that you barely know. It's just like, come, like, you're not gonna really
Simba.
Right. So it's just like a lot of things that I don't think I take myself out my body and put myself into Nova's and be like,
So you can see their perspective, understand them.
this is why when people come into the home, if Nova don't know who they are and I know them, I'll give them a hug. That way Nova her guard will drop down and they'd be like, oh, that's love. We know what love looks like. So I'm gonna just kind of watch you still though, just to make sure. But
My daughter, she was very shy. She was shy all the way up until about 4 to 5. Then she started being not really as shy anymore.
Sure.
She's still cautious.
Yeah.
But she's definitely more easier now to walk up to other kids now and just play and all that stuff. Like even yesterday we was at the playground, she was just running around playing with other kids and stuff naturally.
Yeah.
So she didn't have to say nothing. She just played.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes they can just feel the energy. Okay, they want to play, so let's just play.
Exactly.
So I get that. Parents, start putting yourself in your kids' shoes. Start thinking like them.
Right.
And if you don't know how to think like them, learn your child.
Right.
We need
theatrical.
more parents. Yes.
Theatrical is a big one too. You can't be a silent film with your kid. Your kid is just theater. So you have to embrace the theater to redirect what you're trying to see what happens. So like, you don't have like, you can create like imaginary characters for the things that you want to happen. Like you could have Mr. Toothbrush. Mr. Toothbrush talking, not me. Mr. Toothbrush is talking like, hey, I need to go in there and get your germs. Open up. You know, I'll wear a puppet, a little puppet face. Like when, hey, Mr. Owl was here to learn. Hey, Mr. Owl. Hey, Nova, you ready to learn? It's just like, you got to make it fun because kids like fun. Essentially, theatrical expression is one of many things that parents can use to make sure they're connecting with their kids.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Jungle, I appreciate you for coming on to the show today, bro. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And providing insight too, more insight too as well for adults and just even parents to even like, you know, help try to understand their child on a deeper level. Right. For more functioning. So I appreciate you for coming in by today for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
And for those who ever want to get in contact with you and follow you, where can they follow you at?
Chief Jungle on all platforms. And from Chief Jungle, you'll be able to go into all of the different subcategories. So you get on chiefjungle.info. Chiefjungle.info lays out everything that I have going on. Then I have other pages, Touchdown Academy, that'll provide the links to be able to pre-order some of the products. But you can get to all of that just from Chief Jungle.
Oh, nice. Just leave it at that. Stay right there. So they can follow you there. Do you have anything coming up at all for coming up this year, later this year at all?
Right now, the focus is solidifying these pre-orders.
Okay.
And yeah, after we solidify the pre-orders, right now I'm highly invested into getting into summer camp programs right now. That's like so I'm already fortunate enough to have been booked for the summer. So I'm just getting a couple more contracts together to solidify that. So if you got kids, YMCA Kindercare, that's where I'm coming. And then outside of that, just a board game.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait.
Sure. Yeah.
And what we'll probably do is that we'll add the when I hit you up and let you know, but you can just send me like the QR code and stuff. I'll add it to the video and stuff. Sure. So we definitely do it that way. But
I guess the only thing I probably I don't know how they feel about me saying their names, but I mean, it is.
I mean, if you don't have to say their names right now. It's no big deal.
Well, I already did. I just did.
Oh,
Kindergarten YMCA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know if they, but it is what it is. Hey, y'all. But yeah. I mean, the only other thing I want to say outside of all of this is, like, specifically the parents that got kids between 2 and 5 years old. And you want to homeschool anyway, or you want to just be more involved. First, look inward. That's number one. 2, go to the homeschool state website. The homeschool state website allows for you to pick what state that you're in, and then that state is going to tell you what the requirements is to homeschool. Certain states are a little bit more stricter than others, but nonetheless, that allows for you to be able to get an idea of what it is that you should be applying to your child. They'll tell you what subjects they need to learn. They'll tell you if you're going to be checked in on annually. They'll tell you if you don't want to get checked on annually, what are the procedures that you got to do, and that's usually just under a ministry. But like I said, certain states are stricter than others, and then from that information, you just do your own research or you come to me. A lot of the times, you got scatter tools, parents looking for scatter tools. They grabbing 100 workbooks from here, 100 workbooks from here. They got this person for math, this person for science, but like a lot of the times, parents just need one system, like one train that they can hop on, and they don't have to really worry about nothing else. So yeah, parents, tap in if that's something that y'all want to do, and yeah, I'm here for you. So
all right, it's great. Appreciate you for letting everybody know that. Make sure y'all like and follow him. All right, because he is gonna have a lot of great things coming. Make sure to pre-order too for the touchdown game. Make sure y'all pre-order it. Be well deserved. Plus, your kid gonna need it. Come on now.
Right. Yeah.
It's common sense. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Don't think you too smart to play the game either, because we got adults tripping up on all these cards too as well. We got adults bear crawling, doing push-ups, jumping jacks, you name it. So it's family game, good for you, good for the kids, good for adults, elders, 80, 90, Alzheimer's, dementia, all of that. So,
Yeah, so if you're 75, you can still do backflips. Just saying.
hey, let's get it.
But listen, if y'all love the episode today, make sure to like, subscribe, make sure to share and follow, and make sure to leave in the comments as well if y'all ever have like a certain topic y'all want me to discuss, because I'll definitely make sure to find the right people, right professionals, so that way we make sure to actually have those deeper in-depth conversations. But thank y'all for listening today. Catch y'all on the next episode. Y'all take care. Have a blessed one. Peace out.
Peace.